Hey, what's up, guys? I want to make a quick follow up to the video that I just made on Eddie Hearn and his, you know, really his first statements following the postponement of the Eubank being fight. By the way, postponement, which I think will turn into a very long postponement if this guy gets the up to 4 year ban that Sport Nakon said that he is possibly facing. All right. Eddie's been saying that the board set this precedent. They came out and said that they don't acknowledge VADA testing results. When Billy Joe failed his VADA test, and they didn't suspend or sanction him. So he's saying that because of that situation, the precedent they set, that they should not and cannot do anything to Conor Benn uh, because he failed under VADA. All right. Now, Eddie may not realize this. He really may not, because I probably know more about the ins and outs on the difference between a VADA and a UCAD than he does. All right. Now, first off, as far as I'm concerned, the board could come out and say, "Hey, we made a mistake in the Billy Joe situation. We should have acknowledged the VADA results, and we can change our stance on that." All right. As far as I'm concerned, they could say that if they wanted to. All right. Now, uh, what I don't think he realizes, and what probably nobody realizes or has thought about, but I'm going to tell you guys right now. All right. I'm going to tell you guys the difference between Billy Joe's failure and Conor Benn's failure. All right. Now, as we all know, UCAD follows WADA code. All right, which is the same code that USADA follows. Right. All right. And under WADA code, there is an in competition list and an out of competition list. All right. There are stimulants that you can do in the lead up to a fight, in which it will not cause a positive test because you are not in competition. All right. You just can't test for it on the day of the fight. Oxylofrene falls into that category. All right. You can do oxylofrene during camp with UCAD, WADA, and USADA. You can do oxylofrene during camp. You just cannot test for positive on fight day. All right. Or it will be a positive test. All right. Now, with this clomiphene that Conor Benn tested positive for, it is banned at all times by everybody. All right. It's that bad. All right. It is banned at all times on the WADA list, which is the list that UCAD and USADA follows. All right. So it's that bad that you can't even do it in training camp. It's just not acceptable. All right. And that is the difference between what Billy Joe failed for and what Conor Benn failed for. All right. The British Boxing Board of Control can say, you know what, we didn't acknowledge Billy Joe's VADA failure for oxylofrene because under our testing rules with UCAD, oxylofrene is permitted in training camp. You're not in competition. All right. However, with Conor Benn, what he tested positive for under VADA, it's not permitted at any time under our testing policy under UCAD. All right. Even though UCAD did not, have the positive test, he tested positive for it. All right. Under a testing organization, a credible testing organization. All right. That they paid for. All right. So if they want to acknowledge the VADA test, they could. All right. And again, Of course, with VADA, everything is banned at all times. If it's on the list, you can't do it in training camp. You can't do it the day of the fight. You can't do it at all right? You can't even do it between fights if you're in a clean boxing program, all right? You know, it's banned at all times with VADA, you know. That's why they are the best, all right? There's no in out of competition. You're always in competition, all right? But that's the difference, all right? Even though it was a VADA test, you know, what Billy Joe tested positive for is allowed in training camp or out of competition with UK anti-doping, all right? But with Conor Benn, it is not allowed at any time. That's the difference, all right? So I wanted to point that out. You know, there's a difference, guys, and that could be brought up, you know, when they have the hearings or whatever, when this situation plays out. They could very well use that, you know, in this case, the British Boxing Board of Control. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll check in soon. Thanks for watching.